Hey, people. Welcome to Wonderfully Intuitive. I ask that you follow, like, comment, or share, okay? Now, let me see what I have here. No, I'm going to start right here. Don't mind the background noise in case you hear it. Boys will be boys. Unleash your kindest self. Ooh. Somebody, okay. Where I see unleash your kindest self, I see somebody is holding on to something that you need to let go of, but you're having a hard time letting this thing go. And you are not being so great to someone. You probably have like a sharp tongue with this person. Even when they're not doing you wrong, then sarcasm. It's a certain attitude that sticks with you when you're around this person, and it's because you're holding on to something that was heavy. Whatever this is that you've been holding on to, it seems a little bit shallow also, okay? And the one thing I see is you don't feel like you've done anything wrong. You don't feel like you've done anything wrong. And this may have to do with finances, okay? And I see that someone has gained like some sort of insight on this. It seems as if you've gained some sort of insight on this. But I don't feel like you're being completely fair, because you're not treating this person the way you would want to be treated, okay? And I'm not saying that you haven't been nice to this person, but there's something that you've been holding on to, and you can let it go or lighten up a little bit and stop being so sarcastic and so stink, because you're being a little stink. You may be just being a little cold, standoffish, but you could lighten up just a little, okay? Leave the past behind. Somebody is holding on to something that has to do with finances. And it's like you've gotten so much of insight and clarity on this. And I do not see you looking back, though. This is the thing. You're holding on to something, but I don't see you looking back. It's like you're moving ahead, okay? But the some of the issue was finances, okay? And the thing is, let me just tell you something. It's not like the finances wasn't there. Somebody was on it. The finances was there, but somebody, as I said, was on it, okay? And I mean, they was on it and not letting up off of it, okay? And I just don't see somebody looking back. I don't see somebody looking back, and I see somebody walking alone and standing up strong. I see somebody standing up strong because you've gotten insight and gained clarity on something. And let me just tell you something. There's far more riches ahead of you than what was behind you. Let your fears dissolve. Know that you are loved, okay? That's one thing you need to know. Know that you are loved. Yes, you are strong. Yes, you have gone through some changes, okay? And these changes took you for a loop, okay? They took you for a loop because at times it took you to like a dark space. Even though you kind of knew a little bit on how you should handle things or what you should do, but it took you for a loop because the space that it put you in, it was an uncomfortable space. And this uncomfortable space it reminded you of like dark moments that you was forcing yourself to get out of, and it just felt like you was progressing a little bit, like when getting out of this dark space. It didn't feel like much was being lifted off of you. It still felt heavy. Okay, even though you had a little insight, it still felt heavy. But you need to know that you are loved, and you can lighten up a little. Let me tell you something, because I see this card here. Forgive. But let me just tell you something. Just because you forgive don't mean that you forget. But you do need to forgive a little, okay? You need to let your fears dissolve and be real. And it's time for you to go wow. And when I say it's time for you to go wow, I mean you can speak up, okay? Because you've held back in areas that you should have screamed from the top of your lungs, okay? So there's some things that you need to allow yourself to go wow and say, okay? You need to in order for you to feel better, then you need to roar. You need to let your voice be heard and stop sitting back being being cold, standoffish. It's time for you to speak your peace. Okay? You speaking your peace will give you some peace. Okay? Let me just let you know that. You speaking your peace will give you some peace. Okay? Don't hold on to that. Ooh, why is this one turned this way? Let's see what this is. Be humble. But that's upside down. It was upside down, okay? One thing I must say is that I keep seeing somebody being alone. And I don't want to say that you're in isolation, because you've probably been around others, but you are standing firm on your own alone, okay? Because it's time for you to shine. And you have some things to think through. And these things that you have been thinking through, it's almost as if somebody has been thinking a lot at nighttime, all right? You may not be sleeping a lot, or you may be moving around more at nighttime. This is when you're gathering your thoughts, but the thoughts you are gathering that's keeping you up at night. These thoughts are keeping you up at night because you are holding on to things that don't serve a purpose in your life now. Certain things that have hurt you already, they can't hurt you again. They already hurt you. And if you continue to allow that pain to linger, then look in the mirror and blame you for allowing that pain to linger. Because what's done is done. You can't change what happened. You can't go back in time. You can't rewind the hands of time. You can't change what already happened. You can move forward and make sure that it doesn't happen again. Okay? If it had that much of an impact on you to where it's keeping you up at night, then you want to figure out how to release that. Okay? Because what's already done is done. Right? Don't keep giving it power. Don't allow it to take a hold of you. Baby, listen. You have to forgive, okay? Once you forgive, okay? And sometimes you forgiving somebody is not for them. Sometimes that's for you, because you are holding on to something so heavy. And another thing I want to say, sometimes you hold on to things, you don't know how to forgive people, right? At times, people don't even know what they did wrong. You got to understand, everybody was raised differently. Everybody's cut from a different cloth, okay? So some things that other people do, you probably look at like, I would have never done this to this motherfucker. But you got to remember, that motherfucker is not you. They don't think like you. So the things that they do, of course, are things that you probably would never do to them. But then you also got to think about it. This person don't see any wrong in what they're doing. And it may be because they've gotten away with doing so many things that was wrong in the past. And you sometimes you have people that condone other people's bullshit. So just learn to forgive. Let that be for you. Okay? You need to let go of certain things, because some of these things that you are holding on to, that you have yet to let go of, they're holding you back. They're holding you down. They're keeping you up at night. So learn to forgive. Once you learn to forgive, then you are going to feel a sense of being free. Okay, it's going to be like one of the greatest releases. Let me just move right on along. Okay, let me see what else I see here. And let me tell you something, because I'm hearing this song by En Vogue, Hold On To Your Love, okay? Now, hold on to your love. I mean, I don't think, listen, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that means that you are holding on to this person that you had so much love for. You heard what I said? That you had so much love for. Yes, you still love this person, but you don't love them the same way that you used to. You sure don't. You know why? Because when you loved the fuck out of them, they didn't appreciate that. They didn't know how to reciprocate that. And it's okay, because sometimes you may love a person in a way that they don't know how to love you, and it's okay. But I'm telling you, I'm hearing it's En Vogue, hold on to your love. And as I said, I don't feel like that's you holding on to that person. That's you holding on to the love that you give to others. Hold on to your love. Save that love that you've been given to the people that didn't value it, the people that didn't appreciate it. Hold on to that love until you find somebody that's going to show you the love that you've been showing others, okay? Make sure you hold on to your love, okay? Hold on to it until you find somebody that show you the love that you've been showing others, okay? And then you'll know that, damn, I met me and somebody else, okay? You wanna deal with somebody that you see a little bit of you in, okay? Maybe your upbringing is similar. Maybe they love their family as much as you love your family, okay? Or maybe they love their parents as much as you've loved your parents, okay? And you have some things that's in common, right? And they see your value just like you see theirs. So just hold on to your love until you find somebody that's going to show you the love that you've shown and given to others, okay? I keep saying forgiveness. And I don't know why somebody is feeling like a failure. And it's based off of judgment that other people have passed upon you in different ways. The thing is, other people, they don't know you. They know of you. It's a difference in knowing somebody and knowing of them, okay? So they may have heard about you from the person that you was dealing with, and they think they know you. So they pass judgment on you. You've heard little things. You've gotten little stares or certain things like that. You feel certain things. That's okay. Their judgment does not validate you. And you need to understand that and don't forget that, okay? Somebody is experiencing some loneliness. Somebody's definitely feeling like a failure. You miss someone's. Let me tell you something. Somebody is feeling lonely. Somebody is missing the other person's friendship. Mm-hmm. Yep, because there was that friendship card again. Somebody don't like these changes. These changes just feel like it's like I hear out like a thief in the night. So this was something that happened rapidly. Some changes, and these changes seem to be like so cold and cutting. All right. I keep seeing this friendship card. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. That's what they understand now. But they didn't understand that when they had your friendship. Okay? I see growth here. Somebody missed laughing with you. They don't have enough courage to, they don't have enough courage to come your way because they don't feel like you're going to forgive them. And they feel like they fucked up the friendship that they had with you. That's what I see. I can't tell you something that I don't see because that's what I see. All right. Let me look here. I don't know if I'm getting anything from these. I'm not getting anything from those. And no, I'm not supposed to be pulling from those. I'm not getting a thing. Let me see if I get anything from these. Your family would never approve of me. That's because this person did so many things, so they don't feel like your family would approve of them. Hold yourself accountable for all your stuff, but that is upside down. So somebody definitely did not hold themselves accountable. Oof. Guess who that is that didn't hold themselves accountable for all the things that they've accepted? You. You ain't hold yourself accountable. You are, listen, let me just tell you something. And I don't mean to sound a little, like I'm not trying to be harsh or anything. But some of this is your fault. Because you didn't have to accept all of the things that you've accepted. You didn't have to be naive in certain situations. There's some situations that you knew what it was and you knew how you were supposed to handle them. You knew that you were supposed to walk away or put your foot down long ago, and you didn't. So you need to hold yourself accountable for all the things you've accepted because you did not have to accept them. That's like that's like a kid. No, their parents teach them not to take candy or things from strangers, and they take it anyway, and their little ass gets sick, or something even worse happens. Okay, so listen. There were certain things that you knew that you did not have to fucking deal with. There's so many situations that you could have handled differently, but you didn't. So you cannot sit there and just be the victim. You're not. Because you didn't have to allow anybody to victimize you. No. You had more control than you want to act like you had. So, yep. Hold yourself accountable. Shame on you. Because there's so many situations that you could have handled differently, and you could have put your foot down and not allow this person to just walk all over you. That's what you did. Lessons, blessings, and ghosts. Let me tell you something. You've learned a lot of lessons. One of the lessons you just learned is that you are also to blame for some of the things that you've been through. And the lesson in that is moving forward. Moving forward. Don't sit there and accept anything and act like you're the victim. No. You hold yourself accountable. Because you can say hell to the no. I'm not dealing with this. beat it, go on about your business. This isn't for me. I'm not going to waste my time. My tomorrow is not promised. My next hour is not promised. So that's the lesson in itself. And it's also a blessing, because you can avoid certain heartaches, certain heartbreaks. You can avoid certain situations from taking place, okay? You can avoid wasting your time. That right there is a blessing. It's a blessing to know that, okay, I've dealt with this. I've survived this. This is partially my fault because I didn't have to deal with this, right? The blessing is I made it. I'm still here. Like, I'm okay. I'm pissed, but I'm okay. That, like, there's a blessing in that, okay? And the ghost part is you just not looking back, walking away. It's like you're invisible. You're a ghost to this person. They don't hear you. They not hearing from you. They don't see you because you won't let them see you. You are not calling them for what? Lessons, blessings, and ghosts. And let me tell you another thing. Nah, I ain't gonna tell you that. And don't be in the comments like, no, tell. I ain't gonna tell you that. I'm just gonna leave that right there. Yep, I'm gonna leave that right on there. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Let me wrap this one up. Oh, and I just got to shout out Joanne. Thank you, okay? Because if you would not have said anything, I would not be recording this video right now. So thank you, Joanne. Here you go. As I said before the week was out, I was going to record it. Here I am. Learn to say no, okay? You heard what I just said? Learn to say N to the O. No, okay? No. Learn to say. It's different ways you could say no. Nah. N to the O. No. Okay? Now look, I done taught you a few ways to say no. Okay? This is another way to say no without saying no. Let me think about it. I'll let you know. You hear that? I'll let you know. I'm just saying, you got to learn to say no, because you have been pouring too much of you out in situations that you should have learned how to be like, no, that's not for me. Oh, I can't do that. It's been exhausting. This has been draining and weighing you down. And let me tell you something. You have angelic energy that's been trying to pick you back up. That's been trying to lift you back up. And let me just tell you this real fast. You don't want them to lift you up in the wrong way. Okay? Because you don't, let me just tell you this. You don't want to fall to where they have to pick you up and take you on. All right? You heard what I just said? Now, I'm not going to repeat that, because I see somebody's tired. And you better snap the fuck out of that. Okay? I just got to tell you that. You better snap the fuck out of that. Pour back into you. You deserve it. Pour back into you. I think that I don't need to go on no more. Raise your vibration, baby. And trust the universe. The universe trying to give you some things, okay? Some powerful things. Some joyous things. The universe is trying to swoop in and give you something back that you haven't had in a long time. And it's going to take you back to a familiar space. It's going to take you back to a great familiar space. But you have to allow the universe to step in by raising your vibration. Okay? So snap out of that space that you've been in, that down space. You can't stay there. That's not the space for you, okay? But anywho, I ask that you follow, like, comment, or share, okay? Bye, people.